Betty Jarvis Terry was born on October 23, 1932. Betty grew up in Hamilton, Ohio, the middle child of 3 siblings born to Cleety and Tom Jarvis. While attending Hamilton High School, Betty was an active leader in various clubs, including being the captain of student council for 2 years.
Everybody wanted to be like Betty because Betty was so kind and so beautiful and so much fun. And it was, people just more or less gravitated to Betty. And that was in grade school. So it shows that this is the type of person she has been all her life.
Shortly after graduating from Hamilton High School, Betty joined First Financial Bank as a bank teller. It was here that Betty was instrumental in the successful opening of their first bank branch in 1953. It was in 1951, though, that Betty married Ray A. Terry. Together, Ray and Betty began their devotion to family life in 1955 with the birth of their first son, Kim. From there, the new family continued and over the next 12 years added sons Mark, Todd, Randy, and Rusty. Today, the family extends even further, including 11 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild. When Betty's husband Ray returned from the Navy in 1957, it didn't take long for the two of them to go in on yet another venture together, forming the Terry Company. The business provided below-grade waterproofing services for the home building industry. After less than a decade in the market, Ray and Betty sought to expand, looking for new opportunities to innovate. In 1965, the Terry Company widened its offering and broke into the road construction industry by acquiring a new technology known as the slurry seal. The product was a cold-laid bituminous mixture for sealing and restoring roadway surfaces. Betty managed all aspects of the waterproofing business while raising 5 sons and supporting Ray in his foray into road construction. She spent many countless late nights handling the books and other office duties long after putting the boys to bed.
Mom was the glue that held things together. You need someone with vision, and Dad had vision and drive, but Mom was the one that came behind and kept the pieces all glued together. Because you need that in a company.
The difficulties wouldn't last much longer, though, as 1980 brought an instrumental change to the Terry Company. No longer just a husband-wife partnership, the Terry Company had become a family affair. Sons Mark, Todd, and Randy had joined the business. By 1985, the business had evolved even further when youngest son Rusty joined and eldest son Kim had transitioned to a career in ministry. As the business prospered, new opportunities and directions became available. What was formerly the Terry Company became Terry Industries, as the business began expanding construction operations, engaged new technologies, and entered into the manufacturing business. The advent of using polymers and asphalt to enhance the performance of road materials led the company's future in a number of new road construction processes, materials, and systems. Today's asphalt binders followed the original Terry design and led the industry in road construction with performance-graded binders. Had it not been for Betty serving as the backbone to the company and the voice of reason, Terry Industries may have not succeeded. After Ray's death in 1995, Betty and her sons continued to manage the company. Betty served as secretary-treasurer of the business until it was sold in 2006. At its peak, Terry Industries had facilities in Hamilton, Ohio, Elma, Michigan, Chattanooga, Tennessee, and Atlanta, Georgia, with over 150 employees. In 1984, the Terrys bought their first farm on Princeton-Glendale Road. With additional purchase of land, they own over 400 acres. This beautiful property is being developed into a master plan community of housing and appropriate village-style retail. The development, Carriage Hill, began in 2011 and was selected as the site of Greater Cincinnati's Homerama in 2013. It also hosted the prestigious event again in 2014. Furthering their ventures in the property, in 2000, the Terrys relocated from the original Mulhauser farm, the historic Carriage House, on their property. They had provided this beautiful facility at no charge for a number of charitable and fundraising events. In 2012, Betty was diagnosed with lung cancer. Through prayer, encouragement from friends and family, the expertise of her physicians, and her strong will to live, she has been given more good years to spread her infectious spirit to all, especially to her family and friends. While business and family may be Betty's most visible strength, her passion truly lies with music. From her childhood, Betty would practice piano daily at the encouragement of her mother. Betty went on to share this gift as an organist in various churches for 20 years. Notably, she has even performed at the Fitness Center with longtime friend Dave Ballou.
Well, it was fun. She and I both played in a couple concerts at the Fitness Center, and it's always fun to play with Betty. And sometimes she comes to my house, we play on 2 pianos, and that's fun. She is gifted, and she shares this love of music.
Music was a large part of the Terry household. Betty's sons recall singing along each Christmas as their mother would play piano. Classical music playing on the back porch became something of a family tradition as well. Still, Betty's life contributions have reached even further than her family, her business, and her love for music. Betty has taken an active role in many civic and charitable organizations in the region.
When we were putting in the water park, she said she wanted to be a part of that. And she actually co-chaired that entire capital campaign. And she said to this day, she tells me when she's in her car and she drives by on Princeton Road and she sees all the families playing together and the parents interacting with the children and everybody's laughing and smiling. She said, I can't help but smile every time I pass by that and see all the happiness and know I had a hand in making that happen.
Betty Terry's life has been characterized by business excellence, vision and innovation, and commitment to her community. She's been described as that voice of reason and a calming influence, and those who've known and or worked with her or for her hold her in the highest esteem.
If she hadn't been here and her family hadn't been here, I mean, what they've done for this community, what she's done for this community, both monetarily and just giving of their time and energy, it's just made it a better place to live.
Betty, thank you for all that you have done for your community. Through your hard work and dedication, you have more than earned the honor granted to you this evening. Welcome, Betty Terry, to the Greater Butler County Business Hall of Fame.